और फेमिना मिस इंडिया का खिताब राजस्थान की नंदिनी गुप्ता के सिर सजा है। टाइम्स नेटवर्क ने मिस इंडिया से खास बातचीत की। देखिए हमारा ये खास इंटरव्यू।
फेमिना मिस इंडिया विनर्स 2023 के जितने भी विनर्स हैं हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं और विमेन एम्पावरमेंट गर्ल पावर की सारी ताकत को लेके फिलहाल मैं नंदिनी, श्रेया और स्टेला से बातचीत करूंगी। बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। कैसा लग रहा है? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैं तीनों से जानना चाहूँगी यहाँ बैठकर अपनी जर्नी को पहली बार एलैबोरेट करते हुए फॉर द ऑडियंसेस।
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है। पहले हम वीडियोस देखते थे हाउ प्रीवियस विनर्स यूज्ड टू गिव इंटरव्यूज एंड नाउ टू बी ऑन दिस साइड इट्स अ वेरी एक्साइटिंग एंड वेरी प्रेशियस मोमेंट फॉर अस।
फॉर यू श्रेया?
एक्चुअली वेरी राइटली सेड बाय नंदिनी, हम सब ने ये अपने चाइल्डहुड में, अपने टीनेज ईयर्स में देखा है, इमेजिन करा है, एंड टू बी स्टैंडिंग ऑन दैट वेरी प्लेटफॉर्म, wearing the crown, giving this interview right now, all of this feels so ecstatic. I can't emphasize on that enough.
Stella, how is it for you? आप दूसरी साइड बैठे हैं. You have been a TV anchor for that matter.
So as rightly said by both my sisters, this is actually a dream come true for the three of us. And I must say Miss India was a dream that I thought I could never dream of. And finally sitting here talking to Miss Shivani alongside with my girls, this is really ecstatic.
ओके मैं आपसे जानना चाहूँगी नंदिनी कि ये पूरी जर्नी जो थी सिंस यू आर वेरी यंग और अचीव कर लिया आप लोगों ने, काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें आपने और भी प्लान की हैं लाइफ में. यू हैव गॉट एजुकेटेड इन अ डिफरेंट सेक्टर, देन यू आर ऑलरेडी इन अ डिफरेंट सेक्टर. सो ये जर्नी कैसी रही?
I mean, being a management student, I already knew how to manage things out for myself. But then the only challenge I had was to shift out of a small town and coming to a metropolitan city. But yes, I handled it very gracefully, and it was the support of my friends, family, and during the pageant, it was Miss India organization who actually took care of everything.
ओके श्रेया, आपसे मैं जानना चाहूँगी कि डिफ़िकल्टीज़ क्या क्या फेस करनी पड़ती है, बिकॉज यू नो दैट यू आर ऑलरेडी प्लानिंग समथिंग एल्स. दिस इज़ समथिंग विच इज़ अ पार्ट ऑफ योर ड्रीम, नॉट समथिंग दैट यू मे थिंक ऑफ मेकिंग अ फ्यूचर इन, करेक्ट, प्रोफेशनली. तो चैलेंजेस क्या क्या थे? हाउ वाज इट डिफ़िकल्ट फ्रॉम योर रियल वर्ल्ड एंड द ड्रीम वर्ल्ड?
Well, honestly मैं आपको बताऊँ तो आई एम एन इको ग्रेजुएट और मैं अभी भी फाइनेंस की पढ़ाई कर रही हूँ आगे. एंड आई कम फ्रॉम अ फैमिली वेयर my friends and family and the entire surrounding, they don't understand the risk-taking life that much.
Right.
They understand security, job security, and stability in life. So starting was difficult, but I think once you have the courage to really go after what you want in life, everything else just becomes background noise. All struggles don't seem that struggling, honestly, in nature. And if you keep striving, ahead, even the people around you start showing faith and support towards you. So that is what my journey was like. I started working at a very young age, 16, 17, 18, here and there. And then I was still in college. I managed my college along with my education. Then the pandemic happened. Then I managed the pandemic with my education and my work life. So it was all great, actually. I really cherish all those struggles. And they are not even struggles. I think they were really great experiences.
स्टेला, आपसे जानेंगे, आप मणिपुर से आती हैं, पूरा पेजेंट वहीं पर हुआ है 40 दिनों तक के लिए, तो वो फीलिंग कैसी थी कि आप ही के शहर में सब चीज़ें हो रही हैं? एंड हाउ ऑनर्ड मे बी आई आस्क कि वहाँ के लोग थे, बिकॉज पीपल आर नॉट हाईली एक्सपोज टू सच ग्लैमरस वर्ल्ड ओवर देयर. सो आपकी वजह से एक मोटिवेशन भी मिलेगा, प्लस पेजेंट भी वही शूट हुआ सा. तो हाउ वाज द फीलिंग?
I must say, people in Manipur, especially Northeast, we are not very well versed with the show business. So a lot of stars, a lot of highly respected talents coming down to our humble home and then having such a grand event. We even got to dance with Mr. Kartik Aryan, and we experienced the amazing dance of. We got to experience the show of our previous winners. And that was really a big thing for not just me, not just the girls who are an aspirant of beauty pageant. It is also, something that gives hope to the people of Manipur. And I think that's a really big thing.
नंदिनी, आपसे जानेंगे कि जब ये पूरी जर्नी हो रही थी, नाउ दैट यू रिप्रेजेंट इंडिया टू द मिस वर्ल्ड प्लेटफॉर्म एज वेल, सो वो फर्स्ट ऑड फीलिंग क्या थी? लाइक कोई शूट होगा आपका, फर्स्ट कैट वॉक, यू नो द फर्स्ट ऑफ योर्स, दोज वर मे बी अ चैलेंज, अ फीलिंग ऑफ butterflies in the stomach.
Oh, of course. I wasn't trained. I mean, I had English as my barrier a year back, and to be like communicating in English was like a big hindrance for me. And coming out of it was the biggest challenge because coming from a small town again and setting myself up in a city like Mumbai, where I felt outcasted. But then again, I knew that you have to change yourself, not just in order to get along with people, but to also get yourself a quality that everyone appreciates, right? So that was a hindrance and that was a barrier, and that actually that made me feel that you have to learn things out when you're coming and you're actually migrating. So that was the thing. That was the odd thing.
Though Mumbai is a city which accepts everyone, right? So now you feel friendly and familiar with the city?
I've always loved this place, to be honest. This place always felt like home, more than a home to me. It was like Kota, the place that I come from, has been like a mother and where I was born, who nurtured me. And Mumbai is a place where I got the opportunities to actually bloom like a flower. So these are two different places for me, and Manipur gave me this. So now I worship these three places whenever I go. It's like I always touch the ground and feel as if this is my soil.
Lovely. श्रेया, आपसे जानूंगी मैं कि जब मैंने अभी जैसे नंदिनी को पूछा, the first catwalk, तो आपका कैसा था? Because when we talk about Delhi particularly, so it's highly glamorized city already. So now you walking into this particular place, battling all the barriers that you had. तो वो experiences कैसे थे? The facing the cameras for the first time.
Well, although we know that Delhi is a metro city, but the background that I come from was not always like that. Delhi has mainly service class people. That's why Mumbai is the city that never sleeps. But Delhi streets are empty at night, because people have 9-to-5 jobs, and it's primarily, filled with corporate and service class people.
Yeah.
So my background exactly, lied there. And since my youngest years, I have been, really focused towards my academics. And for most part of my life, I never, even dared to speak that, maybe I really want to be in front of the camera, or I would want to compete for Miss India. But the moment I had the courage to admit to myself first that if I don't pursue what my heart wants, I may not be able to be entirely happy in my life. So, and this type of confidence only comes after a certain age. So that happened for me in my middle to late teenage years. And then I had my own journey. So coming to Bombay, I still remember the first time I was in Bombay. I traveled alone. And it was, I was nervous. I was constantly, I remember the ride from the airport to where I was supposed to go so vividly, scared, anticipating what now, shedding tears maybe, because even though Delhi is a big city, I was not a big city girl back then. Right. But eventually I had my own journey of evolving into the person I'm today, and it seems very, far behind in the history to think about that now.
Okay, Nandini, since you'll be representing India to the Miss World level, preparations अब आगे कैसी होंगी आपकी? अब तक एक साल की जर्नी में already आपने बताया काफ़ी बदलाव हैं. So how does it feel that you're now not that you are on a national platform, but you are going globally ahead?
Bigger the platform, bigger the responsibility, and bigger the challenges, right? So of course, काफ़ी aspects हैं जिनके ऊपर काम करना है. And right now, my predecessor Sini is yet to represent India at Miss World. So I think that I have to follow her footsteps because she's my inspiration now. I have to learn every time, and meeting the past winners, learning from their experiences is something, you can practice things out, but learning from the experience, that is something that I want to gather experiences from them, recollect their memories, and follow their footsteps, and I think that I make India proud.
Okay. Strela, what is that one memory that will carry along with you forever your life during this pageant that happened for 40 straight days?
I do have a memory that every one of us can relate to. So when we are about to leave Mumbai for Manipur, we had our last briefing with our official stylist, Mr. Bharat. And I must say, every one of us, out of nowhere, we started crying. and the team also started crying. You know, at that point of time, the fear was that I might not be able to see these girls again. And I might not be able to see my team ever again, because at that point of time, I didn't know I was going to win. You know, that fear was there with us, all of us actually. And then I think that's a memory that I would cherish and then I would take for my whole life.